Hey, we in there, boy. Official King David, Yandy, Blendz. Y'all know what's coming. We about to do a nice fade transformation, and it's going for YouTube, baby. It's about to get real. Gotta get my guy fresh.
Let's get it.
Alright.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. We about to go in. We about to do a nice skin tight fading beard. Oh my God, official King David, also a YouTube sensation. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all gonna like this one. Prepping myself with them gloves, putting on that visionary cape with flow, with style, with swag. Clients feel the energy. You already know it's not just the cut. It's what you transmit, what you put out, that energy you put out. So make sure you're putting out that good energy. Alright? Do it with love, baby. Let's get started. Make sure you disinfect them clippers. Make sure you get everything prepped, everything ready. You get the hair out the way. Using them visionary clips. Using my cool care, making sure my Andis is minty, spotless. Let's go. Starting my first guideline pretty high. It's gonna be a high fade. Digging in there, going skin tight. It's gonna be an easy explanation haircut, so shouldn't be that difficult. Follow through. Make sure you clean up all the area. You make sure all the area is clean thoroughly before you move to the next step. Make sure that hard line is perfect, it's nice. Your foundation is key. Remember that. I will always repeat that because it's so important. Now we're gonna use the number one, but with the grain we're not going against. Check, I'm going all the way from the top. I'm pulling the dreads up and I'm making sure I'm looking at it from an angle so I can see any little hair where it needs to go. I'm applying some pressure. I'm applying a good enough amount of pressure and going downwards. Then I'm gonna go work my way up against the grain with the same guard because it's gonna cut more because you're going against the grain, you feel me? So you're gonna reblend it. You're gonna go with the grain again to reblend that against the grain. I don't know if y'all got that, but stay tuned. Now we're going with the half of the Andis Master. Go Andis Master. I love this master. I think this master is lit. It's fire. It's a little better than the regular one. And on top of that, it's gold and it's limited. So I'm using the half. Then I'm going all the way down to zero. Yes, this clipper zero gap. So you will see it will take out that trimmer line pretty easily, guys. So take that into consideration. If it's not zero gap, your clip is not zero gap, it's not going to come out that easy. Check out the angles I'm utilizing. Check out how I'm pulling the skin at the same time and I'm flicking out towards the back using them angles. Brushing thoroughly so I can see and everything starts clearing up. Using that half open, now I'm going with the grain on the area that I use with the number one. Now I'm grabbing my baby Blendz, my trimmer, and I'm going against where that trimmer line officially was. I'm going against it so I could take it out completely. Because sometimes there's that little line, it might not be visible to you, but I see it. So make sure you do that. Since you already got the trimmer in hand, this is one of my techniques for fast speed, for faster speeds, for getting the cut done. Might as well use it for whatever you gotta use it for. So I'm using it, I'm shaping up the beard, I'm shaping it up lightly, I'm not going in too deep, making sure I'm not cutting off too much of the beard. And now we're gonna line up the bottom. I'm gonna brush it thoroughly and I'm gonna start working my way up from the middle towards the side. Always wanna start from the middle and work your way outwards. Then you wanna go against the grain. And then around the mustache area, you only wanna use a quarter of the blade. Just so you could get into those areas that you normally can't get into. I'm blending in. You always wanna make sure you got that nice little crisp blend on the beard and on the top of the beard. So it fades in, it goes in, it looks nice. Fade that in, kind of like glide over it. And you work your way all the way up to the top and all the way to the bottom. Take your time as needed. Work your way with the lever. Make sure it starts bending up now. Nice. Here I'm using a shaver that a lot of people always ask me what it is the Braun 9. A lot of people don't know about the shaver, but it's an amazing shaver. It's pretty pricey, but it's a sensitive skin shaver, guys. So take that into consideration. That's why I'm using it on my guy, official King David. I'm gonna lather him up real quick. I'm about to use my visionary razor and then I'm gonna just start shaping them up thoroughly. Make sure you pull the skin. When you're doing that, make sure you pull the skin. Use the razor at a good angle. Check out the angles I'm using. Check out how I'm holding the razor, how I'm pulling and dabbing with my thumb at the same time. So, you know, I'm like working. My left hand is working with my right hand. and it's going in together. I don't know if you guys understood that, but it's something that comes with time. You just, start developing that, and you get that feel. It's like the feel for the game, but the feel for the barbering. It's just a feeling thing. When you're doing it right and when you're doing it wrong. Something's off when, you start seeing nicks and you don't get the result you want. Here I'm using my Visionary Barbers compressor, baby. Oops, had a little dip right there, almost say. It happens, guys. Using my stencil. Make sure y'all dilute it so it sprays thoroughly. I do 50-50, sometimes water, sometimes alcohol. And then, hey, make sure you clean out the gun first and spray it towards the napkin or something first, because if not, I didn't spray it there and I forgot and I had a little splatter. Always make sure you clean out the hose, you clean out the compressor, my bad, and then you keep going with what you got. I love enhancements. I don't know how y'all feel about it. It just gives it a touch. My clients love it. Check out how the fade is popping up. Just a simple fade and beard, but you went in there with the Visionary compressor or whatever compressor you use, and it just gives it that touch. You just gotta have the right mix, though. It's all about having the right mix and utilizing it the right amount of way, fading in the enhancements the right way. Don't do too much, don't do too little, right in between, happy medium, and you're gonna get that right result. Look how he looking. My man, official King David, looking like King David, baby. Let's go. Now I'm just cleaning thoroughly. We're gonna start the other side. Same technique, going with the grain first, just taking out the bulk and taking out all that extra excess hair, because I'm not gonna be using that hair, so might as well take it out the way if I'm gonna be fading it out. Makes my job easier. So I'm gonna make sure I go as low as the fade is gonna go up to. So if it's not gonna go higher than a 1.5, so I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna not use a guard any lower, Here I did a little different. I used my guideline just to show you guys a different technique. It might be easier for you guys. I started with the 0, straight from the 0-0 gap. This machine gets in there really nice. Check how quickly I'm using the same high 0, but from the Andis Masters, and I go with the grain, and it officially blends out that line. Look at that. It's just knowing the codes, knowing your guards, knowing your clippers, and working with them. It's not rocket science, guys, but it does take practice. It does take years of dedication to your craft and wanting it more than the guy next to you. Getting to the shot first, leaving last. Those are things, man. I worked, I think, like 15 years straight, working 6 days a week, and I worked some of those weeks. I worked 7 days a week, some of those years. So I did it for a long time, guys. Before I started taking time off, just take that into consideration. If you want to be greatest, you got to put in the work. Like Kobe said, you got to have that Mamba mentality. You know what I'm saying? Outwork everybody. Let's go. When you shaping up, make sure you don't push back the shape up. You make sure you make it out as natural as possible, but that it still looks clean. Talk to your client, ask them where would they like their shape up. If they okay with you, going just a little, further so it looks a little better if they're thinning out. So it's just finding the happy medium with your clients so you don't push it back and it still look good. Doing the same steps that I did on the other side. I'm gliding over, I'm fading over, I'm freehanding practically, but it got the number 1 on the Andis Master. So I'm just going over it lightly, fading in that beard, making sure everything is faded and nice. Lathering them up right here. I'm just using aftershave. I'm not really using no shaving gel, nothing. It dries faster, yeah, but it allows me to not make a mess with the shaving gel. I just used a little bit of aftershave, and it just glides easily. It's more like a lighter version of shaving gel, so it dries up pretty quickly, and you just get that dry ash also afterwards when you go over it afterwards. So I like to have it wet afterwards, and then it dries up a little bit, and I go over it one more time. It gives it that extra crisp. Y'all see it coming together. Using that Visionary razor, make sure y'all curve it out, make sure y'all pull the skin, look at the angles, pay attention, get the little details, go after, look at your hair from different angles, and make sure that your client leave this chair spotless. Make sure you did everything you can. I'm using the Visionary stencil again. I'm using the compressor. I love the way it comes out when you throw in that extra sauce. It just gives it that extra. So yeah, guys, here I'm just spraying a little bit over. You know, I'm gonna blend it in with the brush, just to, you know, give it that like Photoshop look, but without it being Photoshop. A lot of times, you know, a lot of people Photoshop the pictures. I don't really have a lot of time for that, but that actually gives it an illusion without having to go in there and do it. I give you guys all the tricks, guys. Everything I know, I'm gonna be sharing with y'all. So y'all make sure, you know, y'all share this, y'all follow me, y'all subscribe, cause I'm giving, guys. I'm back in the lab. I'm gonna be putting out content weekly. I'm gonna be putting out these videos on fire. Check it out, baby. 4K cup, 4K clarity. Now look how I'm going against the grain in the front. With the grain, and shaping up everything, making sure all the little hairs are fire. Look at the shape up. Make sure you start from the middle and you work your way outwards. In the corners, you lift up a little bit just so you can get that actual straight line. So make sure, you know, you always look at the shape up from the front and to the mirror right there. I was looking at the shape up from the mirror perspective and doing any light adjustments that I have to do. Have to go up a little bit on the left hand side. And yeah, man, just making sure my guy fresh before he step out the chair, you know. Now we're gonna go in. I'm throwing some slashes on the eyebrows. I thought he just wanted one. I thought one was cool, but hey, he wanted to go a little more aggressive. He's like, yo, let me get the other one. I want two. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, let's go. You know, let's make them slashes the right way. You just want to go tap. It's a small tap. When you're doing these lines, you got to be very careful you don't go in too deep. And then you just go over it with the razor just one bit, guys. So always take that into consideration. Now I'm just making sure my guy fresh. Using my razor, cleaning them up. Make sure you pull the skin, like I said, and do that perfect curve at the angle. Guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all of you guys who have subscribed. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all let me know down in the comment sections what you like. If you like it in Spanish, if you like it in English, what do you prefer? What video you want to see next? And hey, God bless y'all. Have a best one.